good you call people to, it will continue to be a benefit for you as long as they practice it, and it will not take away from their reward anything. And so there's something very unique about knowledge. You know, with the death of Queen Elizabeth, you see how fleeting life is. Like, this lady lived for 90 years, and she lived as a queen. And she lived as a queen of one of the most powerful countries in the world. Like, it doesn't get bigger and better and more than that. Like, the Queen of England at this period of time in human history, and she didn't live for 20 years, she lived for 90 years, she lived for as long as a life as a person can hope for. And her life now can be summarized in what, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes? You know, you just talk about her. It just seems like it was just like this. 90 years gone by like this. The death of kings is always a ibrah. It's always something to really just reflect on. Because there are very few people who get that level of wealth as well as power, as well as reverence. Literally, the line for her, I'm shocked that her burial is taking 2 weeks. Like, that's how long it's taken, and the line to go see her, whatever, is 30 hours long. You know? Yeah, it's 30 hours long. But at the end of the day, after all of that, it's what? It's just death in a grave, and that's it. Right? Very few people are ever going to have that level of dunya access as someone like royalty gets, and at the same time, it's so fleeting. And the reason why this reminds me of scholars is because their lives really are the longest. Their lives are the longest. So, for example, during the time of Imam Malik, there were khulafa. And during the time of Imam, let's say Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim and those guys, there were incredibly wealthy businessmen, people who were, and like in every generation, there are people who have incredible access to the dunya. But where are they now? And where are their stories? And where are their legacies? And where they're unknown, right? And yet someone like Al-Bukhari is quoted every single day. People say, قال البخاري رحمه الله, رواه البخاري رحمه الله. Every time they mention his name, what are they saying? رحمه الله تعالى. Like, they're saying Aisha radiallahu anha. And why Aisha over everybody else? There are other wives of the believers. But more than anybody else, she's tied to knowledge. And so you say Abdullah, Aisha radiallahu anha, Salama radiallahu anha.